Welcome back to Wages and Employment at Wilfrid Laurier University. Today we're going to look at labor markets that are not competitive, which are known as monopsonies. For reference, you should pair this video with readings in Chapter 7 of your textbook. A monopsony occurs where a single firm holds market power. For example, if they were the only employer in town. In this case, the relevant demand curve is that one firm's demand curve, representing those points where their value of marginal product of labor is equal to the wage rate. What makes this market very different is that the monopsonist doesn't simply face a competitive market wage. Rather, if they want to attract more labor to their firm, they will have to raise wages offered to workers. So they face an upward sloping supply schedule, and the supply curve shows the average cost of labor. In other words, the same wage rate must be paid to all units of labor, and higher wages are required if the firm wishes to expand production. But when they hire that extra unit of labor, they pay the new worker a higher wage, and they have to raise all existing workers' wages to match the wage of their new worker. As a result, the marginal cost of additional units of labor is higher than the average cost. So how do we determine the amount of labor employed and their wages? Firms are profit maximizing, where their marginal costs of hiring that extra unit of labor are equal to the marginal benefits, or the value of the marginal product of labor. That occurs here, where the marginal cost curve crosses the firm's demand curve. But notice workers won't be paid the value of their marginal product of labor. Instead, they'll receive that wage that was required to attract them into the firm, here at WM. As a bit of a thought experiment, you can imagine that if this demand curve represented a competitive market, there would be more workers employed and at a higher wage. In recent years, we've seen more and more evidence of monopsonistic labor markets, which changes how we view important policies like minimum wages and their effects on employment. And that concludes our set of videos for 2020. I recommend reviewing the textbook for more details on this and other subjects in labor economics. Thank you for joining me.